Alright, Ricky the Leaf here, or Ricky, or whatever you want to call me, is here with his first ever unboxing video, and that's right, it's for the PS Vita, which was released officially today, February the 22nd, 2012 in North America, and I've always wanted to do one of these unboxing videos because I am a giant geek, and I find it so cool, and those people are so lucky to be opening that on first day. So this is the first system I ever got on opening day, so that's why I'm going to do the unboxing video. I was supposed to get the first edition bundle. I believe that's what it was called from Best Buy. I pre-ordered it. By the way, the regular PS Vita, which comes in just this box, it just contains the system, nothing else other than like I believe it says like a power cable and the USB cable, stuff like that. Cost $250, and then the first edition cost $300. But with the first edition, you got little deviants, 4 gig memory card, and also carrying case. And then Best Buy also had a deal that if you pre-ordered the first edition, you would also get Uncharted for free when the system launched. So, and the cool thing about the first edition is that it came a week earlier than the official release date. So the official release date, like I said, it was February the 22nd, but you would get the first edition on February the 15th. So when I went to go pick it up, I was disappointed to find that they didn't get enough shipped in from Sony. So they told me that on the day of the official launch, they would bundle everything separately. You would still get the same stuff you would get in the first edition, just wouldn't come in the first edition box. And that's fine by me. I would have liked to have the first edition box and just for collector's reasons. But other than that, I got everything in good value too, because I believe Uncharted on its own sells for $50. So the $50 just to get the memory card, 2 games, and the carrying case is a good deal. So, and I know people are going to probably be making fun that I even got the Vita. I know a few friends have been saying that this is probably the downfall of handheld gaming in general. But you know what? I've always been a handheld fan and big fan of the original PlayStation Portable and the 3DS and the DS and all Nintendo's handhelds and any handheld in general. I remember my first time gaming was with the original Game Boy, that big gray brick. I don't know how else to put it. But anyways, let's get to opening the Vita. I already cut because I'm doing this with one hand holding my iPhone. And sorry, it's a 3GS, that's why the video quality is not that great. But I've already cut it with my trusty box cutter. Please use parental advisory or whatever if a kid's opening this. Okay. So that opens there. And alright, so that doesn't want to stay open. Okay. So what we have here seems to be some sort of manual. I don't know. Actually, I'm trying to, let's see the oh, you know what these are? These are the augmented reality cards. And then there's some other stuff in here. Oh, actually this slides right out. Oh, PlayStation protection plan, and then the augmented reality cards, which is really cool. Yeah, AR play cards, that's pretty cool. Then we open this box here, which has our USB cable. Is this the battery? No, this is the AC adapter to charge the PS Vita. The cable to attach to the adapter. There's your safety guide. Actually, not that thick compared to the 3DS. And, oh, there's another quick start guide. Sorry, there's more manuals. Okay, in French. And then, I don't know what this thing is, but it must be the systems. I think that's it for in the box. Yeah, that's it for. You know what? It's a pretty small box for a system that's a pretty big handheld, and I kind of like that they went with less there, because I find less is more when it comes to just presentation and gaming. But I have something to say about that with the cover art on some of the PS Vita games. Okay, so I'm just going to rest this down for a second and take it out of the. This would have been better if I had a cameraman for this. Alright. So, there it is. Kind of hard to see because everything's black on it. I don't know if you can see the buttons there. But just looking at it, it is big. As you can see, it comes with two actual full joysticks, unlike the original PSP, which had more of a little nub, and it was only one of them. There's the front rear camera over here. I don't know if you can see that. It's right there above the buttons, the D-pad. One thing I find, just looking at this now, and I didn't realize this, is that even though the system seems much bigger than the original PSP, the buttons all seem a tad smaller. And I wonder if that's going to be a problem in such a big system, why the buttons are so small. But I guess it was more for to get more screen space. But yeah, the buttons are... Oh, I kind of like the response on them. That's different too. But yeah, so you got that, and then you got your shoulder buttons. And then we're going to flip it, because this is actually what has me the most excited about the PS Vita. I know it seems kind of lame, but there's what you can hardly see with the lighting and with this camera, but there's an actual trackpad on the back of the PS Vita. And that's one of the cool features. Yes, the front screen is touch, but also the back screen is also touch. So so far in features we've seen in little deviants where you can move the land, so it's like coming underneath and bringing the land up, making bumps in land, or in the downloadable game Escape Plan, you can actually interact with the environment from behind by touching the back screen, so you could push things out from behind, or you could push things in from the front screen. So some cool features, and we'll see how that works. And then there's some grips here. And then also there's the rear camera up here. I don't know if any of that could be seen. And then you have your regular inputs and stuff on the bottom. But that's the Vita, and that's what it looks like in one's hand. And let's compare this to the 3DS, which I have over here. And actually, oh yeah, it looks much bigger. But as you can see, that's the 3DS over there above. And here's a PSP Vita, but let's open the 3DS. And the top screen, though impressively large on the 3DS, is nowhere in comparison to the Vita. Dora, I'm not shitting on the 3DS or anything. I'm just using this as a comparison to the other handhelds on the market right now. I'm a big fan of the 3DS, by the way. Super Mario Land's a great game. Super Mario 3D Land, I believe it's called. I should have done my research before I said that. Anyways, but I must say I do like these thumbsticks on the Vita. And then let's compare it to the original PSP. So, as you can see, it's not that much bigger than the original PSP. Roughly the same. Let's see if we can... Well, Vita is standing on... I don't know if this does it any justice, but as you can see, it's about the same thickness. I actually think the Vita might be slightly thinner, or roughly the same. And then the 3DS, I think, comes in at the slimmest for its bottom screen there. Yeah, so that's all. Well, I guess those are the two current handhelds, and then Sony's previous handheld. Yeah, with that little nub, which Nintendo kind of used, but much better on the 3DS. This slide pad, and then there's the Pro coming out, which will add a second thumbstick, and then you got the Vita. So far so cool. I don't know if I'm going to be posting up any videos for like impressions or whatever. I kind of wish we were still working on Banana Pixel, because this would be cool to post up on Banana Pixel. But yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed with, well, I knew kind of how it looked, but just to have it here in sight is pretty cool in my hands. And one more thing I wanted to point out. I'm not going to do an unboxing of like the case and that memory card. It's tiny, by the way. It's funny, that sells $20 on its own. But one thing I wanted to point out is I really like how simplistic. I like when artwork on games is simplistic. So cover art that's not too busy, right? So for example, as you'll see over there, I have That's the logo from Heavy Rain for the PS3, right? So I have that poster over there, and the European artwork for the game actually just had that origami on the cover, and that was pretty much it. And then the American version had the four main characters, and I just felt like it just did not capture the feel that the European one had, which was just the origami, which I think is a brilliant logo and just made sense to be the cover, right? But so as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of busy box art, right? And now all of a sudden, if you look here, so you got your regular whatever PS Vita, only on PlayStation, Uncharted. You got your ESRB rating, but you also have here now on the front memory required 64 megs. So we're putting more stuff on the cover now, Sony, instead of throwing that on the back. Because look, the back's already has a bunch of information, so why not throw it back there? And look, it's even written here already. You can't really see, but let me see if I can. It's right here. It actually says required 64 megs, so I don't know why put it on the front. I guess it's to make people aware that you need a memory stick, but it's just I find it really annoying, and I know most people won't care. But as a gamer, I don't like seeing more stuff on the cover than has to be there. I want to see the company logos, ESRB rating, and then whatever you want to put on the cover. And I think that's the best. But unfortunately, that's the route they took, and it's not that big of a deal, but it bothers me a bit. And so that's it for my unboxing video. And looking really cool. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see anything actually from this video, but the start and select buttons are over here. The buttons all have a very, I don't know if you can hear that. Let me see. They're more button-like on the Vita than the original PSP. It went in further. The buttons went in further, and then but actually, I didn't even realize that the 3DS is pretty much the same. So the Vita has the same feedback for the buttons as the 3DS. But anyway, sorry, this is getting longer than I thought it would be. But so that's everything, manuals, everything, and yeah, so far so cool.